Hi everyone, it's Gene Calderon here with Gene Calderon Apologetics Ministries, and we're continuing on in our teaching series. It's been a little while. We're trying to keep up with them, but this day being Sunday, we like to focus on what we call Sunday science. And this is a day when we look at scientific evidence and facts and research and new discoveries that are being made every day about science and whether it or not it lines up with what we believe when it comes to the Christian faith. And so it becomes very important for us to be able to do this because we should realize that everything that we do find and read and learn about in the special revelation, which is known as the Bible, should line up with the natural revelation, which is in all of creation. And so that's what we're trying to do. Now, I do know that some people kind of stay away from this on both sides of the argument because there is this question is it dangerous to mix both science and faith? Or should we just follow what the late Stephen J Gould said, and that science and faith should actually be kept separate because they are part of a completely different magisteria or a domain? And he called this the philosophy of Noma. Noma being an acronym for no overlapping magisteria. And Gould says that Noma gives the impression that science is the realm of fact, while religion is dealing more with morality and faith as if they're separated and can't overlap. Well, you see, the main problem is that when we talk about biblical faith or a biblical religion, that it makes very specific claims about certain facts in the world, such as it makes claims about the universe having a beginning, and it makes claims about God playing a role in creation, and on those arguments go. So, according to the Bible, God has revealed himself in time and in space, and so Christianity is going to intersect a little bit, or maybe a lot, with some of the factual claims that we find in history and science. And those claims are either going to conflict with what we find in science, or it's going to agree with what we find in science. And so in order to make Noma work, remember that non-overlapping magisteria, either side would have to water down either their own science or their own faith in order to water down this idea and say, oh, well, they can't overlap. Well, the only way they can't overlap is if we would have to ignore certain aspects of it where they obviously do overlap, and we're going to have to compare and contrast those ideas. We'll eventually see if the testimony of science supports theism and points towards God or not as we continue to look at Sunday sciences or science in any day that you may be practicing or studying. And so that question is going to be, does science and faith point toward the same truth, or is there something not right about these things and they should be kept separate? We're going to continue to look at these a little bit deeper as we go through Sunday science. But my question for you, what do you think? What has been your experience with science and faith? Have you noticed where faith sometimes requires science in order to be confirmed, or do you find that science sometimes points to something that is beyond the natural and therefore would rely on a faith or a religious-based idea? If you've experienced anything like that, let us know and share some of those topics or ideas. But in either case, we are going to continue to explore this and give some ideas. So follow along and you'll be happy to see some of the evidences that we're able to share with you on this channel. So thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Gene Calderon. I am the chapter director for Ratio Christi at Purdue University Northwest. I'm actually a supported missionary who goes out into the mission field, the college campus, in order to reach students with the truth of Jesus Christ. If you're looking for a new missionary to support locally here in our own area of Northwest Indiana, maybe put that on the list as a consideration. We could always use some more support in order to do this so that I could do this full time. I'm not doing it full time right now. I'm trying. I'm also serving at my home church, the local church of Freedom Church, East Chicago. Serving there with Sunday morning Bible studies, serving there with worship time and things of that sort, and just reaching out into the community. So again, any chance that we have an opportunity to share with you, let us know. We're here to serve. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching.